Welcome back to Bystanders. My name is Donovan. I play the character Donovan Halen, and I'm the editor of the podcast. The people who do our music are Gwinn, Shady Cicada, and Kevin Macleod. They're all fantastic people. Go give them a look-see-poo. We got a Discord server, and we have the website, jojodnd.com, for the module. It's all great stuff. You should go check them out, or else I'm going to stab you with 3 swords at the same time. Back to the episode.
Die when I get bed.
Speaking of on recording,
Baba Booey.
Who up stand-bying? By
Standing by?
who up walking down endless hallways?
Apparently fucking us.
Who up bisexualing? Welcome back to Bystanders. So last we left our intrepid heroes, they were suffering. Speaking of suffering, who wants to suffer first?
I'll go first.
Alright, Ty, I saw your hand first. Go
two
ahead.
are so weird
Go
about
ahead
each
and give me a d12. Just roll on a d12.
Oh,
Yes!
no. Oh,
That's
no.
not good.
7.
A 7.
That's a good
Interesting.
I rolled
Okay.
the wrong d12 as well.
Yeah, I
So,
noticed that.
for the 3 of you who are within Heartbreak Hotel, you all walk for a day, walk for an additional day,
Oh no.
and a few days pass.
I would like to specify for flavor that as Damian is flying down the hallway, Okeko's wings are like out and like the jet engines are firing behind them as he goes forward.
Nice.
Just wanted to clarify that.
I'd imagine you get really good at that real quickly.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah.
Build up his stamina for doing so as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello, buddy. You are walking through the hotel and you see a coat rack. This is the first time you've seen a coat rack, and it's just in the middle of the hallway. On that coat rack, you can see...
God, it would suck if someone who was flying at rapid speeds were to run into something like that.
On a coat rack, you see kind of some kind of mask or hat or something lodged over one of the prongs of it. You're a decent distance away now. What would you like to do?
Take it.
Okay.
I just run up as fast as I can, take it in with take it slowing down as little as possible as I do.
Okay, yeah, so you just, start gunning it. And as you start gunning it towards this thing, you realize it's, kind of slowly moving away from you. You don't see how it's necessarily locomoting. It just appears to be, moving across the ground. However, you do outpace it, so you're able to grab it.
Yes!
Because you have insane speed and you're Nicky goddamn bones. You are able to kind of take a clear look at what this is. It appears to be an ornate mask based on one of the residents of Heartbreak Hotel, made with outside world materials, so it just looks like a regular burlap sack. Or kind of like a burlap sack material, but made into a mask.
I am not.
You can just hold on to it.
I'm not gonna put it on. I thought about it for a split second and realized this is fucking Hound Dog. I'm not gonna put this on.
Fair enough.
Hold on. Let me actually make a...
We've been eating stuff here and sleeping in the beds, I mean...
Let me make a quick check, actually. Never mind. I wouldn't. I'm running with it in my
Joe's gone.
pockets.
Okay, yeah, so you just... You got it, and you are off. Fantastic.
Right.
Steve, go ahead and give me a d12 roll.
D12?
Yep.
Surely this won't have to do with how many days I'm stuck in here. 11.
Or it could be random tables.
2 days pass.
True. That's actually a good point.
And within one of the drawers of the hotel, you kind of get in, get ready to sleep for the night, and as you turn the light off within the hotel room itself, you realize that there's some kind of glowing coming from the nightstand beside you, the drawer inside of it.
What's that?
Is it a book that says, I will make him suffer?
It's just seeping through the cracks.
Yeah, there's just a little crack in the top of the
He's
drawer.
slowly gonna take the handle and pull the drawer open.
It reveals kind of this beautiful silvery light. You can see that it's still something that is from Heartbreak Hotel, but it is blindingly white. And you look down and you see that it's this book that is formed out of a bunch of kind of silvery threads and strands that seem to kind of move slightly.
Does it say anything on the cover?
No, it is not.
On the back?
Nope.
And you said what is the spine made out of? The strands?
It is. Yeah, it's the same material.
Okay.
The inside of the book just appears to be regular pages.
Do they say anything?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So, you open the book, and on every single page is the same thing, and it appears to be a journal entry.
Okay.
It reads, June 13th, 2015. I was on my way home from school. I saw a dog. It was one of those little wiener dogs, with a wound that covered its eye and its ear on the right side. It was sitting in a storm drain as I was walking by. I only found it because it whimpered towards me. I still had some of my peanut butter sandwich from lunch, so I gave some of it to the dog. After a while, I realized it was trying to follow me. I tried to outrun it, which wouldn't be hard considering its limp, but as I ran, it started to whimper again. I couldn't just leave it, but I couldn't take it home with me either. And that's where the journal entry ends.
Oh. Interesting. I have a quick question about
And you can take the book with you as well.
And I would assume there's like, how many journal entries does it look like there are from like a first glance?
These are all the same journal entry. Like
every page is the
journal
same.
entry. Yes,
That's
the
what
same
you
one.
said. Yeah.
Okay. I understand now.
But it's around like the size and shape of one of those Bibles in the nightstand. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this.
I have a question about the book I found. What exactly was on it? You said, I will make him suffer. Was him capitalized?
No.
Okay.
No, it was not. It was lowercase.
So I don't know who that refers to.
Also,
Probably Donovan.
was the book
Damian's
that Damian found out made of the same material?
No, that was a regular.
You wouldn't know that anyway.
I wouldn't, but I'm just
Not only would you not know,
curious.
but no, it appeared to just be a regular mundane book.
That's
It was a
interesting.
Bible, but instead of there being a cross there, there's just nothing.
Yeah.
The book. Yeah.
Concerning Damian did.
It's just there's no Bible. Damian, go ahead and give me a D12 roll.
Alright, as Damian is zipping down the hallway, making a literal fighter jet out of himself.
D12.
Oh yeah, D12. I have one.
Use the one that I. See, that's
7.
exactly what happens.
A 7, you say. Go ahead and give me a reroll.
Okay, I figured. 11.
11. Give me a
me a
reroll.
The chances of that happening.
I will take
About
this.
124.
12!
12. So Damian,
Could be like 144.
you go to a nearby hotel tavern. You know, you're kind of winding down for the night, and you see some kind of shining silver book on the counter of the tavern, or like on the bar itself. You can see it appears to be made out of these small, kind of silvery threads that kind of come together, but they seem to move a little bit.
Another word book. I wonder if it says the same stupid thing inside. Ominous bullshit.
June 26th, 2015. I couldn't leave the dog behind. I brought it to Dad, who was pretty upset at first, but once he saw the condition the poor thing was in, he agreed that we'd at least take care of it until it was healthy again. A couple days ago, he went out and got a collar with its name, as well as a nice leather leash, so I guess Peanut Butter's staying with us now. Dad even cracked a joke about how he and Peanut Butter both have a limp, and that they're matching. Dad and Peanut Butter, they both seem to be in a lot better spirits, and Peanut Butter's even starting to fill out a bit. Dad took him to get shots recently, and I've even seen him playing around a bit recently. Dad's been having a tough time with Mom's death, but now that he has Peanut Butter to keep him company when I'm out of the house for school and work, he's smiling a lot more these days.
Damian grins a little bit as he reads this and furrows his brow. Why the hell would you name the dog Peanut Butter? That's weird. And he takes the book with him and continues on with his night.
Okay, there you go. And so, yeah, that's what happens. Donovan.
Because he doesn't have the context.
Yeah,
of
so
the
you're
name.
driving. So what is kind of your plan to find them? You're kind of leading the charge here because you know these people best, and you have encountered Hound Dog the most before.
How much time has passed for Donovan?
For Donovan, it's been probably about an hour and a half, assembling everyone, getting everything ready.
I'm just driving around. I was just going in the direction that Hound Dog went.
Whoa!
Okay.
If an hour in the hotel is a minute outside, an hour to an hour and a half outside is like
60.
like a week or something.
60 hours, so that's what?
That's
3
That's less than
days?
3
no,
days.
that's okay. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's
like
not
3 days.
that's not that crazy. Okay.
So, Donovan,
Yeah.
you are moving along, and
I'm trying to think of where Hound Dog would go. The places where I've seen Hound Dog were the middle of that field. I guess the only places where I've ever seen
does.
Hound Dog are the middle of the field, base 10 and base 1. Oh, don't worry about it, Bryce. There was a different undead issue. We took care of it.
yeah, Bryce kind of narrows his eyes. He's like, All right. Well, glad you folk took care of it. I assume you all are part of the group of stand users around here locally. Detective George kind of nods, looks over towards him. Yeah, you know, that's part of what we're doing here, just keeping the area safe, secure, making sure folks are good. You see Bryce kind of pull out a little notebook and make a little note. He just goes, okay. All right, so what are we going to do to find this guy?
Yeah, that could be a problem. I am not sure. Well, let's see. He seems to be a bit of a hunter. How do you hunt a hunter without being prey?
I'm not precisely sure. And this is Bryce talking again. He managed to get a hold of my stand, but me, I was okay.
Just your stand?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into it too much, but essentially, he and them were engaged in a combat, and when I looked over, he was gone. And
But you got away.
for some reason, he let me go.
He had the same thing to you.
He doesn't appear to be in any rush.
I know, which means he might not have gotten that far, which means he's either confident or he's planning something.
And Sterling pipes up. Either way, I don't trust it.
No, I don't trust Hound Dog as far as I can throw him, and Donovan flexes. It's despite him being hardy, it doesn't seem like the muscles carrying. Despite them probably weighing a lot, he doesn't seem to carry much weight.
Right. So, what is
All
your
right.
plan? What are you thinking of doing?
I am going to. God, how do you track this guy down? I guess I'm just gonna.
You can also have folks that are working with you make skill checks.
I would like
George.
I would like
George
for
would be
the.
helpful.
Huh? What?
George has connections.
Yes. I want George, the detective, to help me out here.
What's your
Okay.
stand again?
Twitter.
Careless Whisper.
Careless Whispers.
She has the ability to read your surface level thoughts.
Okay, right.
I'm with Ty on this one. I think Twitter's better.
No one has ever said that phrase. That is the first time that phrase has been said.
Yeah.
So, what you up to with Detective George? What specifically you think?
All right, detective. You're a detective. You're probably decent at tracking people down.
I am not necessarily a good tracker physically, but I have a lot of connections virtually, and I can use Careless Whisper to help ask people. So if we can find any people or security cameras that he had come across or moved across, we can kind of see the direction where he's headed.
Right. Travago is a decently big city, but God, where would he want to go? Obviously, downtown's pretty populated, so he could. But he doesn't seem like the kind who could easily blend in, with a purple bear skin.
Not to mention the sun's
Yeah, I was
going to
gonna
come
say.
up pretty soon.
Also, he's undead. He can't be out in daylight.
I guess it is almost daytime. So it's probably going to be indoors, so he's not going to be out in the field. Might even be underground, but I don't know where to start. I'm more of the lie in wait type of guy. I don't go looking.
That's fair. I'll see what I can do with some of my technology. I have a computer interface here. I have a little laptop that I keep in this bag, and she kind of pulls it out. If we can get somewhere with a stable and fast connection, I can look through some of the security cameras in the area, see if we can at least see if there was any strange or haphazard movement.
Stable and fast connection.
I can call a cop, and he can help me sift through the footage.
That'd be useful.
We'll use our
Alright.
sick days.
All right. Donovan is going to pull into somewhere. I guess is there like a nearby internet cafe or
Specifically a cat internet cafe.
a cat internet cafe?
Yes, an internet cafe. There's a couple cats around, you know.
There's no shot it's open, but oops, I picked the lock.
Okay, yeah. So you all kind of pop into the internet cafe. You're hanging out there. About an hour passes. Detective George is able to get some kind of feel for the area. And the person meant to open the cafe walks up to the door. And he puts the key in, and he turns it, and he opens the door, and sees you four standing there. He just kind of blinks. Good morning.
Morning.
What are y'all doing in the store?
Cat's internet sounds good.
All right. Well, if you give me about 20 minutes, I can get a pot of coffee for y'all.
Sounds good.
All right. All right. He's going to walk across, move into the back, and you see him starting to pull up the. Trying to start it.
Like they broke in, but they're customers.
Yeah. You see another couple people walk in, and they kind of like give you a weird look, but walk over to the back since someone's already in there. Just because like you're in before they're technically supposed to be open.
Yeah.
But they're not like sweating it so much. So about an hour passes, the sun's properly up. Detective George manages to catch a security camera where Hound Dog is going towards the lakes.
The lakes?
Mm-hmm. That's like the general location of where he's headed. Other than that, there's not much that you know.
Okay. The lakes. If he's going towards the lakes, that does narrow down where he can hide. But why would he be going towards the lakes? Obviously, the escape is there, and they're... Okay. Does it look like he's going toward where we're docked?
He just looks like he's going... All they can catch with the cameras is that he's going north.
Let's go north.
Okay. We can look a bit more into it. Do you think it's a good idea to split up into teams? Have our physical trackers go over there, two of us stay here, we meet up if we find anything?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see Bryce and Sterling are going to... At the mention of that they'll be working together, you see they kind of like squint at each other. There's like this glint of electricity. You can tell both of them want to like run their mouths, but they know it's not the time. So they're going to head towards the area and see if they can find any clues for the like physical surroundings, see if Hound Dog left any noticeable trail. Detective George is going to stay. She's got cop on the line, and she's there essentially with you.
Donovan looks pretty worried. He sips the coffee that the guy made for them at this point. I'm really worried about him. I know they can handle their own, but I don't know if Hound Dog's gotten any stronger or if he's gotten any new abilities or anything, but I trust them to hold their own at the very least.
What confuses me is if he was so powerful and he was able to take you out so quickly, why didn't he hurt me or Cop?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It just... Something about this feels wrong.
Everything does with him.
Ow.
The thing I know, I don't think he took me or guys because we have our life electricity. But why he took Bryce's stand apparently and not him is beyond me.
It doesn't appear like he's in any rush.
I know, that's what worries me the most.
You said he's some kind of undead, right?
I believe he's a vampire, and a very, very powerful one at that. I had a friend, you remember, Lloyd.
Thank you.
Yeah.
3 L's, no
No,
W.
Q. Hmm?
I mean, that too.
I remember vividly.
Lloyd needed to eat living things to survive, but he could get by on eating other undead, but I don't think they were as nutritious. When I was at base 1, when we took out Cherry Wine, there were no undead in there besides Hound Dog, and I don't think it matters how less good for vampires undead are. If you eat enough, it's not going to matter.
Especially if you find other vampires to eat, but...
So he's a powerful vampire, a
And
powerful
powerful.
stand user, and
he's cunning.
And he's not in any particular rush. You see she kind of like opens her mouth like she has an idea, and then she holds her tongue.
Uh-oh.
Good. Yep. We don't have time to keep secrets. What do you think?
I hate to say this, Donovan, but if I were him, I would just leave the country. He can just outlive us.
Of course he can. Of course he took the things that I believe are most important to me. fiddles with a scarf. He might hold a bit of a grudge against me.
It's possible.
I did drop a tree on him.
How come he wasn't able to affect Guy either?
I also taught Guy life electricity, so if that means what I think it means, I also learned that I just hit him with my own fists. Obviously, I'm not a stand, but I could still damage him. And Guy could too. So, obviously I never tested it on Lloyd, but apparently Hamon works on stands if they're vampire stands or undead stands.
She kind of narrows her eyes a little bit.
So if
maybe the ability doesn't affect you. How does it work? Have you encountered him before?
Yes. Heartbreak Hotel smashes you with its fist, with your big excavator claws, and then you enter the stand. I think it's kind of a pocket dimension, and you're bound in there, and you can't summon your stand, and you have to use your own strength to break out. But if he's a vampire now, all I have to do is breathe, and I might, like a virus, eat him from the inside out.
And he's smart enough to recognize that. So it makes sense that he'd want to keep his distance.
If he's going towards the lake, he's going to the one place I can't go to with him. He doesn't need to breathe. He's just going to go underwater. Why would I can't go there. I can't breathe underwater. He doesn't need to. He's dead.
All it would take would be for him to just bury himself under the sand, be immune to the sunlight. He doesn't have to breathe. I'll check some of the security cameras, and I'll see if I can... The two of us might make a trip up to the docks in that case.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So you see Detective George kind of like calls the others, lets them know in the situation, and lets them know that they're also following a trail, which is pointing north as well. So
let's saddle up.
You all are heading out. So,
all right.
Shoulder cap.
Good shit. So it's been 5
Like
days
Barrett.
since you all entered Heartbreak Hotel.
I hope you go with water.
Who would care to go first? Go ahead, Damian. Give me a d12 roll.
I love random tables. I love random
A
tables.
2. So, Damian, you are walking along throughout the hotel.
Excuse me, I'm not
Sorry, you're
walking.
flying, and you realize that all of a sudden the floor just cut out underneath you.
What the hell?
Nah.
You were moving so fast that you didn't notice it at first, but in the space in the floor, there's just this pit that goes down about 30 feet or so. That's about 10 meters.
Damien will fly in it, fly into it and look around.
You see down at the bottom an intact package of 18 2-ply toilet paper rolls from the outside world.
Oh shit! Free toilet paper!
They function as regular, comfortable toilet paper from the outside world.
Hell
And
yeah!
They're like solid 2-ply.
Damien's going to grab it.
Are they?
Hell yeah.
Are they colorful?
Not well, they're
It's toilet paper.
They're from the outside world.
the packaging is they're from the outside world. The
Right.
packaging itself still has its color. Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's
This
good.
also tells us that.
Well, also the toilet paper rolls themselves are brown.
Hound
Yeah.
Dog can take items directly,
Right, that makes sense.
which does not bode me
Is
with
that-
too much confidence.
Is that the only thing in this pit?
That is the only thing in this pit.
And how big is this pit?
It's about 30 feet deep or 10 meters.
How, like, wide?
It's only about like 3 meters
Okay.
each side.
Bro, Jesus. You could have been let down easier than that.
You really wanted that.
Gave my
Nikki,
entire
Steve, who are you
fucking left
next?
side of my
I'll
head
go.
a bath.
You go.
Okay.
Go ahead. Give me a roll, Steve. Here. What the hell?
11 reroll.
Yeah, baby.
Only one of these characters is a time.
2 reroll.
Reroll.
God.
We rolled it.
1.
1. Okay. So, Nikki, as you're moving along, you look up and you see that where a light fixture should be in the hotel, there's a small chandelier. Just where one of the light fixtures should be. And from it, you see a blue shirt hanging from one of the arms.
Wow.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do. I gotta take that blue shirt.
Alright, you just pull up and you feel kind of this force attempting to repel you as you go up to grab the shirt, but you are able to relatively easily overpower it and grab it.
Can I do an Arcana check on that force?
Absolutely you can.
sir.
Eight.
Okay, so I will say, you feel this kind of repelling force, and it got more and more intense as you got closer to the shirt, but once you actually grabbed the shirt, it stopped.
Huh.
And now it appears to just be a normal blue shirt.
I'm keeping it in the same pocket as the sack.
It is slightly large for your size, but it is a size where you could wear it if you wanted to.
I don't.
Fair enough.
I'm running down the hallway again.
Sounds good. And then Steven!
As Steve is running, he's just checking the book as he goes, making sure it's not changing as he makes his way.
Nope, it's consistent.
That's a 9.
A 9. So Steve, you're walking along, and all of a sudden you realize that one of the hotel rooms to the left of you isn't a hotel room, but in fact, an industrial-sized deep freezer.
He's gonna kind of take the handle, turn it, open it.
Yeah, it makes a very muted. And you
Peeks inside.
kind of properly open it, and you see it is a freezer filled with, different foodstuffs, a lot of frozen meats, just various things like that. But at the back of the freezer, on the middle shelf, you see an intact, tub of Rocky Road ice cream.
Yo!
Noted.
From the outside world.
That's good to know. I'm looking at. You said there's meat around.
Yeah, there's meat. There's
What kind of meat?
I mean, you can give me go ahead and give me a nature check for that.
Sure. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay,
I know
yeah.
exactly what this meat is.
So this is just chicken, pork, beef, just the regular.
Not human.
Notably not human.
Good. All right. He's gonna go in and he takes the Rocky Road ice cream. I gotta know, what brand is it?
Ben and Jerry's. It's a
Yeah.
pint.
Fuck yeah, I'm taking that shit with me. And he's just walking along. It takes Act 1 and just...
For the first time since you entered the hotel, you experience proper flavor.
Yo!
This is a bullshit. Why does Steve get to experience ice cream?
And
And I get to
I'm gonna swap that shit to Act 2.
All I get is
Oh,
fucking
baby,
toilet
it's
paper.
so intense.
You got toilet paper!
I did
You
get
got-
toilet paper. I
you
get,
got
I,
to-
I
you
get
get
the
to wipe
shit
your
with
ass
comfort.
You get to wipe your ass in luxury. What do I get?
You got a
blue
shirt.
t-shirt, a burlap sack.
You know what? This place might not be so bad.
Wiping your ass with those.
It's annoying.
Just saying.
The texture, I was gonna say, of the mask specifically.
Hey,
It's annoyingly quiet.
At this point, any texture is preferable.
That's
Oh,
what the
no.
point of the mask.
It's
Okay.
annoyingly quiet. I can't get good sleep. The food sucks, but hey, at least I can shit in peace.
At least I can shit until the toilet paper runs out.
I miss my toilet.
That is enough to keep a man going.
It really is.
Hierarchy of needs.
Damian,
Very
go ahead and give me
bottom
another.
toilet
Or
paper.
actually, in this tie, give me another. Specifically, Nicky, give me another d12 roll.
Yes.
Or actually, in this case, give me a d6 roll.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
A dick's roll.
Yep, give me the roll for the dicks.
6.
6 dicks.
6 dicks.
I rolled a 9.
Dude, there's 6 of them.
So, Nicky, you're moving along and you come across a shelf that seems kind of out of place. And on that shelf, you see a full bottle of vodka from the outside world.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Fuck, Damian's gonna be so jealous.
You can see it's about 5 meters away from you right now. You can see it kind of from a distance, and the bottle, like I said, is from the outside world, is a piercing blue.
So because it's a bottle, I'm not going to sprint right at it.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to 2 meters to it and then have CRX grab it.
Okay, so CRX moves towards it, and about a foot away from the bottle, you just thunk, hit an invisible barrier.
No.
I'm going to do this again.
Okay, you hit it, and you just thunk, hit the physical barrier again.
I'm going to drop the burlap sack.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt this again.
Okay, you thunk, hit the barrier.
I'm going to roll Arcana.
Oh yeah!
The walls when they're real.
15!
You feel that you and your stand cannot pass across a certain threshold while this item is on the shelf.
I have a plan.
Okay, what's your plan?
I'm going to take one of my regular steel spinballs,
Mhm.
have CRX be ready to catch, and then I'm going to roll it under the shelf, onto the shelf to try to tip it.
Yeah, absolutely. You are able to, you toss the ball, and there's this moment of hesitation as you see it kind of fly through the air, and it just easily passes the threshold. You see it kind of twists, and the shelf falls. CRX grabs the bottle without a hitch.
Nice. Return to sender and going.
Yep, there you go. So now you got a full
Hell yeah.
bottle of vodka, like a
Nice.
handle.
I have a handle of vodka, and I also have explosives.
Damien's
You got vodka and bombs. All right.
Damien's still chugging on stolen
makes it
fireball,
good?
but it's not nearly as good as actual vodka. Damn.
No, yeah. It's like it's not even Fireball. It's
Well, fire-
honestly at this point it's
There's a
like
hint
Spark.
there's a hint of cinnamon, maybe.
There's a whisper. There's a wistful whisper of cinnamon.
It's the LaCroix of alcohol.
Uh,
No.
You feel like
Go
the
ahead and give me
fireball is
another-
haunted by a matchstick.
Give me another
D6.
D6 roll.
Fire.
Bar. So Damian, you're you find a random room for the night. You walk over, and you kind of gotta take a piss.
Damn, I gotta take a piss.
So after audibly exclaiming that,
I'm
Damian,
gonna bust into a room, regardless of if there's someone in it, and just
Yeah, no.
be like, I gotta take a piss.
there is no one in this particular
He needs to
room.
take a piss.
Okay.
You open the door to the bathroom, and you just see open space.
Well,
You look off in the distance as your kind of eyes adjust to like the long distance. You can see, like in the middle of this just impossibly massive room is all of the toiletries.
well, that's annoying. And he flies over to it.
Okay.
I am above gravity. After all, it was just a habit.
So so Damian, as you are floating and pissing,
I'm floating and pissing right now.
Damian, you realize that something in this bathroom has color from the outside world. You look, and upon the like lid of the toilet, not the bowl, but like the thing above it,
The tank.
the tank. Yeah, on top of the tank, you see a book.
Ooh. Is it one of the silver books, or is it different?
No, it is not. It is a copy of Crime and Punishment.
Boy, I hope this has something ominous inside of it.
It's just Crime and Punishment.
I don't know what this is. It looks boring.
Just like as you're pissing still.
I'll throw this at someone.
Okay. So there's that, and then
Is there anything else in this void of a room, or is it just toilet and book?
No, that's it.
Wow, this room is ominous as hell. This is like some fucking cryptid liminal space bullshit.
Yeah. And Damian, I will say, you get up to pee in the middle of the night, and it's just a regular bathroom.
The same bathroom?
No, it's just a regular. It's just like you open the door and it's just a regular bathroom now.
Was the book making it weird, or am I losing it? Maybe this fireball has more of a punch than I thought it did. God, I hope so.
Continues to doubt it.
Good, I hope so. Okay. And Steve, if you could go ahead and give me a D4 roll.
D4?
Yeah.
We are down to 4 more.
This counts. I can't see it.
Oh, another net one. Oh, we have 3.
2.
Oh, we have 4.
2.
2.
So. Two, you say?
Mm-hmm.
So, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking along, going around the inhabitants. You've gotten relatively accustomed to life in the hotel, despite how bland it is.
He's got an empty pint of Ben & Jerry's. He's just desperately trying to find a trash can.
You just can't find one.
Yeah.
And you are.
Just toss it in someone's toilet, man.
Oh,
Just
fuck no.
hand it to one of the inhabitants without saying anything.
This is a bomb.
So
Here, hold this.
you continue walking along,
Thanks.
and you realize you've been walking for several minutes, but you realize you haven't made a lot of progress. You kind of look back and you see that.
Steve is already the one making the least progress.
He's gonna check the numbers, like, from where he just was to, like, where he is now.
You stop and you kind of come to the realization
Oh, that's true.
that you're in a stretch where there's just one door and then just space on either side, probably about 30 meters each way.
Oh, there's just hallway?
Yeah, and you look over to the door and it is labeled 555,555X.
Say that again?
It's 500,000.
So I've been going in, like, the opposite direction of the way I was trying to go.
No, this is, like, notably different from the rooms next to him.
Okay.
Like, you were going in the right direction, but now things are...
This one's just different.
Yeah, this room is just different. The numbers continue as normal when you get past it.
This room is in the wrong place.
Cautiously gonna touch the handle. Touches the handle. Anything weird? Just like putting his hand on the handle.
Yeah, you're able to open the door.
Slowly open it, just looking inside.
And you walk in. It's a perfectly ordinary room, except sitting on the bed, you see a Swiss Army knife from the outside world.
He takes it, looks at it. Is there anything like odd about it?
It hasn't been very well maintained, but you can see that there's a little like sharpener attachment, so that's something you could easily fix with a bit of time.
Good to know. He's gonna take that, kind of flicks it between his fingers. He's gonna pocket it and continue on.
Damian.
What are all these objects doing in here?
It's been about a day or two more, and you come across a light fixture. You see that...
Like a lamp?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, specifically a lamp. I just said light fixture. No, it is a lamp. But as you look at it, you realize that it is absorbing light rather than creating it.
Oh.
I hate that.
There is like a shadow that is in like a dim white emanating from it. Like something is taped to the inside of the lampshade.
I'll take it off.
Okay, you pop it off, and you realize that it is an unopened bottle of hot sauce from the outside world.
Yo!
No!
He does
Yeah, you just chug it. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Hey, fun fact about alcohol. Do you know why it's spicy?
It does the opposite to your heat receptors as hot sauce does. It lowers your tolerance for it, I think. So, like, your own mouth is burning your tongue.
It lowers your heat tolerance.
Yeah, so your own body heat is spicy too, basically.
So what's that got to do with the hot sauce?
So it makes hot sauce a lot stronger as well because it lowers your tolerance for heat.
I mean, you can't really properly get drunk with a lot of the alcohol.
No, but I can drink hot sauce.
Oh, you can drink hot sauce.
I'm proficient in spicy and alcohol.
After like several days, you have just like it is just so much intense flavor.
Hell yeah.
But
it makes me feel alive.
It is like a shock to your system. Like you are brought back into the moment.
Oh, man, I feel like I could go a couple more 100 rooms tonight with this.
Steve.
Oh.
You're walking along about a day after your old encounter with the strange out-of-place door, and you hear something in the distance approaching. It's a small object. It appears to be making a lot of noise. And as you look in the distance, you see a blue super ball slowly just bouncing off each of the walls, and you see that it's not losing momentum. And it is bouncing like towards you.
Not losing momentum at all.
Not like straight towards you, but like ricocheting off the walls. No, it's not losing momentum.
Super balls are really cool.
Slowly approaches it, and once he like gets close enough, he's going to catch it with Act 1.
Yeah, you catch it with Act 1, you feel kind of this pulling force, and then nothing.
Kind of looks at it,
It's a normal blue super ball.
bounces it a few times.
It
When I bounce,
actually like makes noise when you pop it against stuff. And it is, it's just a blue super ball.
I'm going to keep this for later.
There you go. So you're holding on to that. Cool. We cut back to our good friend Donovan.
Going to the docks. Do we pick up Bryce and Sterling, or?
Yes, actually. I would say since they've kind of picked up on the trail, kind of the area, and you all realize that you're heading near the same location.
Right.
Which is just the lakes. And so eventually, by pretty quickly, you're able to reach the shore.
Alright. Does it look like the same shore we saw? Wait, we didn't see a shore on the security cameras. We just saw he was going towards the lakes.
Mhm.
Alright, so our current working theory is that since he's an undead vampire, since he's a vampire, he's going to try to go underwater where I can't go. Hell, where anyone can't go.
Sterling kind of narrows her eyes. That is odd. Do you think he's just going to lay dormant down there, or...?
I don't know.
I don't really know how we'd be able to find him. Undead don't have any body heat, so we can't use any thermal imaging. This is going to be rough. So, what is your plan? How would you like to approach this?
Well, I want to roll insight on Hound Dog to see if that's what the plan is.
Please do.
Not good at insight. Especially when I roll a critical fail.
Ooh. You have no fucking clue what Hound Dog's next move is. He's not been as reliable recently, is something we picked up on. You see, George kind of walks over to you and taps you on the shoulder. Sorry, I managed to find some folks on the pier. They say that they're fishermen. They've been here since a bit before sunrise. They say they saw some kind of dark purplish shape hit the water at some point.
Where?
About a few meters down from there. There's a dock over there. Fuck, if he's already gotten in there. Well, at least we know that he's around this area.
Okay. Donovan walks over to the pier and he's gonna clink along the dock until he reaches the edge and he looks out against the water.
It's a beautiful, beautiful morning.
The sun's rising.
The sun's already risen. It's a little bit above the horizon. There's still a bit of orange in the sky.
Donovan takes a step out until his foot lands on the water.
Mm-hmm. Bryce looks over at you. So he kind of peers above his sunglasses, yeah.
I don't know why he wouldn't just go in a straight line. But I don't know.
Detective George walks to the edge of the pier with you. Tell us everything you know about him.
He's a large man. He's battle competent. He has a power type stance. He can conquer great distances over a very short period of time. His ability sucks you into some kind of pocket dimension or shrinks you down or something. I'm not sure. He's a vampire with probably high level abilities, and he's a very powerful stand user. And I don't think he likes me.
When have you encountered him in the past?
I've encountered him 3 times. I encountered him once when he was alive for the first time. We were going towards the same objective, towards a tree in the middle of a field to intercept a note in a tire. He was a very powerful foe, and we only beat him after I dropped the tree on him.
You hear Bryce?
Thanks. We thought he wouldn't be a bother anymore, but apparently he died, and then was brought back to life by an undead organization called Cherry Wine. He served as a sleeper agent for a group called the Beating Heart. They've been causing trouble around here. They have very grand plans that basically involve non-stand user eugenics worldwide.
See, Bryce kind of winces at that.
You remember the yellow field? You see that on the news? So there was a virus?
Yeah, that, the new cryptid, fucking, the Travago Candleman.
We are very familiar with the Candleman. We believe the Candleman, or as we know him, Noah Grohl, to be the leader of the Beating Heart, which is what they're called. And Hound Dog, the 3rd time I saw him, was, well, the 2nd time I saw him was in a place called Base 10, another Cherry Wine place. He was undercover. Then the 3rd time was passing glances. I only saw his stand at a place called Base 1, which was where the headquarters of Cherry Wine was, and we took it out. And then the most recent time I saw him was at Detective George's house when he took all my friends. Why did he even go after you in the first place, George?
I'm not sure. That doesn't quite make sense. Like I said, he didn't hurt me or Cop. He just trashed the place and then...
He made a scene. You're a fantastic cop, but according to Hound Dog, you're even better bait.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So he's doing this specifically to get to you.
Donovan nods solemnly.
I have a bit of comfort for you then. If he's interested in messing with you, he probably hasn't killed them yet. That'd be too risky. That's leverage he can use.
That worries me.
It worries me too, but there's not much we can do about it right now. Bryce kind of...
Donovan stomps on the water, making ripples, and he hops back onto the dock. I just got this family, and I don't want to lose it. I don't want one person from my very recent past to mess it all up for me. I ran away from my first family because they didn't treat me right. I'm not gonna let him take my family away from me again. But I'm gonna roll. Can I roll inside again? Natural 20!
Yo.
So what are you looking for?
If I either want to know A, whether my hunch that he's going to the bottom of the ocean or the lake, if he's going to that on purpose, or I guess his motive overall. I want to know his exact motive.
From the clues that you've gathered, from the way he's spoken to you, it seems as though he's at a change of heart about what you did to him, or of what he believes that you did to him. Mm-hmm. Rather than hunting you down as a simple and quick operation, this is personal for Hound Dog. He wouldn't be interested in killing them until he knows he can hurt you with them.
That kind of makes sense. Not only did you kill him, but it's because you did that he was turned into one of the very creatures that he despised. Which, if that isn't a villain motivation, I mean...
I think he blames me for what happened to him. Of course, right. How could I have known the other organization would turn him into a vampire? I've said this a lot about fault. You can trace it back as long as you want, and it won't get you anywhere. I said it once at Sid Waters' house to a friend of mine, Taylor, that you can go back as far as you want and blame the fish who grew legs and come out of the water for all of our problems. But I don't think... He blames me. Even though it may not be as direct as he thinks it is.
Sterling walks up and kind of claps you on the shoulder. We're gonna get them back. We've lost enough people. And he's underestimated us. We can take advantage of that. At the end of the day, he's just another obstacle. Bryce actually walks to the other side of you, and he doesn't put his hand on your shoulder or anything, but you feel his presence. He's taken something that I value, and I can't really afford to lose that. We're gonna get them back. We're gonna get them all back.
You know what? Let's get a boat. We're going fishing.
All right.
Stay in line.
You go fishing, and you're out on the water for a couple hours. You don't catch anything yet. But we cut back to our intrepid friends here. After a week passes within the hotel, you feel a rumble and a shake. And all of a sudden, something about the hotel seems different.
Did you hear about the one about the crimson hallway?
Nicky, you have only a little bit of charge left on your phone. But you are able to check, and you realize that time is now passing even slower.
Oh, God.
Within the hotel.
Boo-hoo.
You're not quite able to get You're not able to properly estimate the time before it shuts off.
That's not good.
Yeah.
You just know that time is moving faster.
Or slower, relatively, for us.
Yeah.
Yes. It's dilated more.
Yeah.
Well, we keep doing the Nicky special.
Alright, so Nicky, you just keep running.
And you said there's no service here, right?
Nope.
Damian, you eventually come across a resident who's kind of walking around at night. You know, you're up a bit late this evening, and you see that he's holding a flashlight from the outside world. And it's a pretty regular, almost comforting yellow light at this point.
Hey, give me that.
Just kind of looks at you.
Here, you can have this. Damian digs out the book that he found.
So he kind of grabs it and looks it over, and he just
Damian opens the book for
shrugs
him.
towards you.
Come on, I know you guys can read. You were looking at newspapers earlier.
He like slowly tries to hand the book back to you.
Down with the flashlight.
He shakes his head no.
I give you a whole bottle of Fireball.
He does accept that.
Yeah!
Okay, he recognizes it and takes it. Yeah, so
I didn't realize you filled it with water.
No, I've just kept stealing Fireball every time I walk past one of those complex rooms.
No, you're in the point.
so
Does
as
the
time-
flashlight change the color of things when I shine it on things?
Nope, it's just
Okay.
a regular. The beam itself is like a comforting yellow light.
Right. I
So
only appreciate that.
time goes by. First a week, then 2.
Oh, fuck.
One of you give me a d12 roll.
I'll do it. 9. That feels like a good number.
9. Damian,
That's me!
you encounter a fortification that has been created. You see a small shelter that has been constructed out of a closet, and inside of that shelter, you see a backpack full of food and snacks from the outside world.
What?
And it's left with a note.
Thank God! Damian cracks open one of the snack bars and eats it as he reads the note.
The note says, "We found the escape,
This is so good.
but the hotel prevents us from riding it here. Take this food and rest here for a while. You can do this. Keep going. From a friend."
Hell yeah, I got a supporter.
There you go.
At least that tells me that the escape can be found. How far have I gotten at this point? Like, what room number am I at? Keeping in mind that I started at a little less than 200,000.
You started a little less than 200,000. You're starting to get into like the 150,000s. So you're making some pretty significant progress.
Yeah. I assume they're still in.
What's up?
I assume they still in
Yeah,
within.
yeah. They still end within, but you are making progress. So
I'm flying south for the winter.
Hey, you've got the fucking jet fuel.
either Nicky or Steve, give me a D10 roll.
D10.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
10.
10, you say. Nicky, you come across one of the inhabitants, a child wearing a dress, and in one of their hands is a stuffed animal from the outside world. And you look at it, and you know that if you got a hold of that thing, that's just like... that would make you so much more comfortable here. It's just...
I pull out my wallet. I give this little girl a crisp $200.
She kind of like grabs the money and takes it and like brings it up, kind of goes to hand it back. I will specify that the currency that they use is different from the money from the outside world.
Even better. I pull out my dying phone.
Or dead phone at this point.
Fuck.
Yeah, remember it was dead when you looked at the time last.
Wait, hold on. I hold the power button and it blinks the fucking thing.
Yeah,
You see it like scares her for a bit.
This for that. I point this for the teddy bear.
Looks up, looks down, looks up, looks down, looks up, looks down. Hands it to you.
Easy trades.
Easy to read. We take those. So yeah, you have a stuffed animal.
Anyway.
Basically, next time I ask someone to make a sanity check, just ignore that. Or next time I ask you to make a sanity check, just ignore that.
I don't like that.
I really do not like that.
Hey,
I
Steve,
don't either.
give me a D10 roll.
Oh, joy.
Oh, joyous day.
Next time I ask you to make a check that you haven't asked us to make yet, you got it. It's
10.
fine. We've been in here for a few weeks, honestly. That's
10, you
fair.
say.
That was the one that Ty just did.
Or I'm playing a bit fast and loose with the rules here, just for the sake of.
Okay.
But there's a thing here, Steve. You come across another one of those books.
Slenderman, I gotta collect the notes. All right, I'm gonna look at this one.
3 of the 8 pages.
July 8th, 2015. James saw me walking Peanut Butter. He grimaced at me and walked beside us. He said the dog was almost as ugly as I was.
Damn.
I just held my tongue and kept walking. James followed us, trying to provoke me as much as he could. Once Peanut Butter and I actually got to our house, I tried to go in, but he put himself between the door and us. He said that he actually kind of grew to like the dog, and he said that he wanted it. I politely told him that Peanut Butter was our dog. Peanut Butter, as we were talking, jumped up on James and started licking his face, soiling his white dress shirt with mud in the process. I chuckled as I watched James turn a bright red and wipe desperately at the shirt. He started screaming insults at us until Dad opened the door. Dad glared at him, and James sheepishly slunk off. I hope Peanut Butter didn't piss him off too bad. And the journal entry ends there.
Steve's got like a feeling in his gut. Yeah. Okay, he's gonna take it, keep that one with him as well, and keep walking. Because what else is he going to do?
Right.
He knows that if he just stays put, nothing's going to change.
Nicky,
Can't.
give me a d12 roll.
12. D12.
I'm feeling a bit silly this time.
7.
7, perfect.
Yeah, it is.
Nicky, you see a remarkably out-of-place door. It's not a hotel door, it is just a steel door. Still in that same kind of monochrome.
Putting all of my, putting all signs that say ignore the door away, I happily and excitedly throw open the door.
You open the door and you just see darkness stretch ahead of you. You see at the end of the hallway there's something glowing, but it's a long distance away and it is very, very dark in there.
It's a long distance away. It is very, very dark in there. I have veteran sprinter and a teddy bear.
Okay.
That's all I need.
So
I'm sprinting.
you begin sprinting, and in this case, because of the complete lack of noise, because when your feet hit the ground, they make no sound. The only thing you can hear is the beating in your heart. However, I'll say that because you have the bear, you can shrug it off. So you're able to get to the item, and you
I was
see.
about to say, as a runner, can I use the rhythm of my heart to just hold a steady pace?
You know, that with the combination of the teddy bear is able to get you through, and that's just fine. And eventually, at the end of the hallway, you see a custom-made watch that is from the outside world.
Not only am I excited, I'm wearing it.
It tells the time that passes both within Heartbreak Hotel as well as the time that passes outside.
Yo.
So the phone trade was completely free.
Nice.
Damn, that's sick. Because I was about to say, is it the time in here or the time out there?
And
both.
Nicky, as you kind of adjust the watch and see it, you realize that time isn't flowing in a linear passion.
Oh, Christ.
Or sorry, it's linear. It's just that sometimes a lot of time passes all of a sudden, and sometimes it's very little, and it just has a massive variety to it. The time from the outside world, you can see it's about 8 hours later. It's been a few weeks within the hotel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. But yeah, that's a watch that you can have.
With my -1 intelligence, I'm believing it, honestly.
Yeah.
And then I'm sprinting back.
Sounds good. And you are able to, like I said, with the beat of the heart and with the teddy bear, you're able to power through it. So, Steven, give me a d12 roll.
7.
7. Go ahead and roll again.
4.
You stumble across a corpse.
Oh, no.
Let's
What
go!
kind of condition is it in?
You
Dead.
see it's a corpse from the outside world, and it has been properly skeletonized. However,
Sorry.
However, you see that the clothes that it's wearing are still in perfect condition. You see kind of faded blue jeans and a white blouse. They lay in a bed, and there's a note next to the bed.
Well, I'm dead.
As I get closer, when you say skeletonized, is it like there's no remains left, or is like are there traces of like flesh and like?
There, other than the skeleton, that's it.
Does it appear to be natural or like?
You give me a medicine check on that.
Can I use nature?
Yeah, in this case, I'll say yeah.
Because does this look like it's a natural passage of time, or like their skin and flesh was removed from their body.
No, yeah. I see the argument for nature. Go ahead.
Nat 20.
Yeah, absolutely. You see that this is a corpse that has died from starvation.
Okay. It's been in here for like hundreds of years.
Not necessarily hundreds of years, but it's been in here long enough that it has become a proper skeleton. However, weirdly, you notice that the clothes that it's wearing are in perfect condition.
Perfect.
That is strange.
That is very strange. Okay, he's gonna take the note and read it.
I am noticing some similarities to something else.
The note says, "Endless halls of red and black. If you find this, keep moving. Stagnation is madness."
Yeah, it tracks.
Takes it into consideration. By this point, he definitely would have, at several times so far, been like, maybe I should just stop, maybe they'll come for me, and, like, maybe if I just stay where I am, people will come and save me. He's had thoughts like that along the way several times, and he's kind of struggling with that, but he takes what the note says, acknowledges it, pockets it, keeps going.
I would say as well, go ahead and give me... How would Steve keep his wits about him?
I would say...
Like, what does he do to kind of recover or mitigate the kind of dread that this situation entails?
First of all, he's got people to help. He's got a city to help save. He's got a family that cares about him.
We've got a city to burn.
But he hasn't seen or talked to any of them in weeks now. What does he do right here in the present to help him?
I mean, he's just going to keep his mind on them. He can't... If he takes too long and stagnates, like you said, he's going to freeze up and not do anything. He can't do that to himself. He's just got to keep going.
Okay, so he's just going to hunker down and just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me a wisdom save real quick.
Can I make that a charisma save?
I'll say yes in this case.
Okay.
Because you are using your ability to, like, power
This is
through.
force of will.
Yeah, you are... Yeah.
While he's rolling that, I just want to say this is really fucking cool.
Thank you.
It is very cool. I'm glad I did that. That is 12.
A 12. Okay. Yeah. You're able to kind of shrug it off after a bit, but this place, it's hostile.
Yeah.
You are every day.
If not physically, mentally.
You aren't having to fight anything. You aren't in any particular danger, but you're starting to get the feeling that there might just be something around the corner.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this place with its tritone color scheme and
can I tell how long you've been in here?
And shit in silence, it would drive anyone nuts.
My phone.
Okay. Sure.
Or sorry, how long you have like spent in the hotel, or how long has passed in the outside world?
Not in the outside world. In here.
Oh, in here. I would say for you, it's been about 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
And you've made some pretty decent progress too.
Okay.
So
good to know.
All
right. One-handed weapon.
Imagine Damian like room 200 and he just left relatively early.
Nicky.
Oh.
Give me another d12 roll.
Uh-oh.
And then after this, we will cut back to Donovan.
All right.
Did I make one recently?
Did you?
When you
I accidentally had you make an additional roll on the
okay.
last table, so
I didn't notice.
Yeah, no, that's I just fixed it real quick.
9.
A 9. Go ahead and give me a reroll.
Let's go.
I think I got that.
Let's go. Yeah, 9 is the one. Damian rolled
3.
3. You walk into a complex that is completely devoid of inhabitants. Usually it's this kind of bustling hub, this center. The last one you were in had a lot of people in it, but this one is near silent.
Ah, fucking. Finally, I'm tired of getting weird looks.
As you round the
I
corner,
don't have faces.
you kind of look in this area and you see just a sea of flowers. And you notice that these are flowers from the outside world. Beautiful colors of yellow, of red, of green, of all of these different varieties. For the first time since you've been at Heartbreak Hotel, you feel kind of at peace.
Nicky's actually going to sit down, cross his legs, and just look at the flowers.
As you do, there's a little bit of a shaking from one of the flowers nearby. and a little bit of pollen kind of drifts and falls onto your arm.
Ah, shit, even in purgatory you get allergies.
Oh, that would suck.
Imagine this, like...
Okay, yeah, you just
This, like,
sneeze.
silence, dampened place and your ears get clogged.
The only thing worse than eternal stagnation is eternal stagnation with a runny nose.
True.
That's not the worst thing allergies give you.
Give me a perception check.
Perception, I love those.
I love looking.
I love looking at things!
I love looking around so much.
Perception, that's going to be a plus 10.
Bless you.
Oh, God.
Natural 20, so
Yo!
that is a 40 on that roll.
Natural 20, fantastic. Okay, so,
I'm receiving so hard right now.
yeah, Nicky, you are looking around, and as you do, you realize across an area of the complex, you see a figure. It appears to be tending to the flowers, and there's color on them. They're from the outside world.
Can I acrobatics sprint to try to avoid the flowers while beelining?
I'm gonna say that with the amount of flowers there are, you probably wouldn't be able to jump them in one leap. If you were, I would say if this were like normal walls, you'd be able to dig into them with CRX and keep going, but because it is Heartbreak Hotel and because it's so hard to damage it, you might have to either pass through or find some way to go above them or around.
Above, like a stand leap.
Well, what I'm saying is there's so many of them that you can't
Right.
properly get across in one stand leap without some help.
Then I'll just fucking walk the distance.
That's fair. Okay. Yes, you walk by, and as you're walking, there's a bit of pollen that shakes off occasionally, but on the whole, it's just a regular field of flowers. And eventually, you come across the person. You can see them in the distance at this point. They're about 30 meters away, and as you kind of approach, they turn and look at you. And kind of narrow their eyes.
What up? You stuck here too?
Not quite, and you see a shimmering stand emerge from them.
Go on.
I will give you the description of this woman and her stand before we actually engage in anything. So, she's a Japanese woman, and I'll say that now that she's like properly turned to face you, you can actually like see her properly. She's a Japanese woman of moderate height and slightly stocky build. She wears an oversized brown sweater with a yellow corsage pinned to it, and a long black skirt with black leggings. She wears a pair of brown combat boots, black lipstick, and has a shimmering blue gemstone ring on her ring finger on her left hand. She has short black hair. The stand itself is an elegant feminine stand of similar height and build to the stand user. The stand's skin is transparent, allowing you to see through, revealing water filled with thousands of tiny floating roots. These roots move towards the stand's clothing, which is a ballroom dress and long gloves made from overlapping pink cherry blossom leaves.
Oh. That's fun.
June Gloom. Roll initiative.
Hey, hold on. Before we fight, can we get off the bed of flowers?
Alright, but keep your distance. And yeah, as long as you maintain the same distance, she is willing to move out of the bed of flowers.
Alright.
So, go ahead and give me an initiative roll.
What's my initiative plus?
That's not right. No, that is right.
Nat 20.
They rolled pretty high on initiative, but that beats it. Yeah.
Yep.
Nicky, you go ahead and go first. What you got? Currently, you're about 30 meters away from this woman. I would say, yeah, at this point, you're kind of at the edge of the entrance to the complex. You can see occasionally kind of people walking by, and you see the user as well, standing about 30 meters away. She's like kind of within the flowers.
He's kind of within the flow.
There's no way that's 30, I mean...
Make it as realistic as possible.
So I...
She's giving me 30 meters to use veteran sprinter on it. Or whatever it's called.
Immense
no,
impact.
I'm going to do something so much dumber.
Immense
Okay.
impact.
So you know those, I forgot to ask this.
After this, yes.
I forgot to ask this. Could I have been collecting shampoo and conditioner bottles for each room that
I just figured that was what Nicky was doing.
Okay.
You specified on the first one. I just figured.
Cool. I am going to take them.
You've got
Okay.
like pockets and jackets full of shampoo and conditioner.
With
bottles.
CRX, he's going to use the claws to puncture holes in all of them.
Oh.
And then sprint away with the shampoo and conditioner laid all across the hallway.
So you really just said fuck it.
You've heard of oil slick.
So you sprint outside of the complex, and the woman's just like, "Hey, wait, hold on!" And you hear she kind of fades in the distance.
Yeah, what the fuck? You can easily outrun her even without that.
Yeah.
I was just covering the hallway. I'm not going to run the entire fight.
You see the stand kind of peek around like the corner of the complex, but it doesn't proceed much further. What's up?
No, I'm just waving at it.
Okay, yeah, you just wave. It doesn't wave back. It just watches. And
I dropped a shampoo and begging it to come closer.
all right, yeah. You make it a pretty good distance outside. I assume you run the full 15 meters. Okay, yes, you run the full 15 meters. You're properly kind of outside, and inhabitants are nearby. However, the inhabitants are starting to behave strangely.
I mean, the good thing is we know it. Well, maybe not a good thing. We know it's difficult to damage them.
What's the time of day?
I don't know if I would consider that a good thing.
I don't think
Currently, it's around lunchtime, actually. So you see there's a lot of people out and about. And some of the nearby inhabitants kind of, move a little bit. And then, all at once, all of a sudden, the nearest 5 turn towards you and start moving closer.
Okay, I pull out my funny spin ball.
Alright.
This is a bomb.
They do not react, they just keep moving. And I'm going
I
to...
don't think that would damage them.
It
Slow
won't.
them down.
I
Draw them.
let them know that this is a bomb.
They do seem to be scared of conventional weapons and unaware that they would be almost entirely immune to them.
Normally, that is the case. However, these appear to be
Under her
infected with some
influence.
kind of zeal.
That's part of the reason why I
Yeah.
told them this is a bomb.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where they currently are, and they will move at their turn. She's going to skip hers, and so they're going to go.
She's not on that approach.
So each of them, first off is number 1. Number 1's going to move closer. Well, actually, all of them are going to move closer to you, I think.
Just
We
move
could just
eye closer
I
to
was
them.
gonna say.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I'm just gonna go right there.
And then I'm just gonna.
Huh.
And they kind of surround you. And as these opponents kind of surround you, one of them pulls back and properly attempts to swing.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 9 to hit.
No.
Number 2 is going to attack. That is going to be a 9 to hit.
Nah.
Number 3 is going to attack. That's okay. That's going to be a non-nat 20.
No.
It doesn't hit you?
Wait, hold on. Never mind. I don't have a shield. It does hit me.
Okay, yes. Okay, so it hits
It
you.
hits your stand.
Here's my stand.
Okay, yeah. So you see it hits you, or it hits CRX, and you realize that it does actually damage CRX.
I figured it is a stand.
That's going to be 13 damage.
Okay, I take 3 of that.
There's a 9, so that whiffs. There's a 9, so that whiffs. And yeah, okay. And that's the end of their turn.
Bad at hitting.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. They're basically civilians.
So let's see, I add 136 for now, minus 3.
Okay.
So now, Nicky, it is your turn.
Huh. Well, these guys really can't hit me for much.
But you
So
probably can't hit them either.
So I'm going to toss the vodka
Okay.
up at the end of the trail that I left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run backwards. I don't care if I activate opportunity. And I'm going to prepare my explosive spin ball for when
Okay.
Japanese woman makes her way to the funny trail. The funny trail.
Yeah, each of them are going to make attacks. 1 crits, 1 hits.
How far are you going?
Just
Whiff, whiff, and another hit. Okay.
Were they all above 20? Were the hits above 20? Because 18's my AC.
So the hits would have to be 19 or up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they all were. So first attack is going to be.
And this is top of initiative, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's going to be 23 bludgeoning damage.
13, okay.
Then 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. I take it a little bit though.
And as time continues, you can see several people coming from this end. They're not within actual range to get close enough yet, but they are moving towards you.
This is becoming a problem. They're gonna fucking nickel and dime you to death.
Literally.
And you see they stand just kind of still watching from a distance around the corner.
Okay.
And so yeah, you take the opportunity attacks, you're good. What are you doing with the rest of your turn?
I'm prepping my explosive spin ball.
Okay, and what's the trigger for that?
When she gets to where the vodka landed.
I see. Okay.
Is she approaching?
No, she is just keeping an eye from a distance.
Right.
It's not my turn right now. It's like...
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. She is going to pass her turn, just watching from a distance. The incapacitated people, the inhabitants of Heartbreak Hotel, I'm so sorry, begin to move towards you, but they can't keep up with you because you have veteran sprinter. So, they're about 5 meters away from you right now.
Alrighty. So, coming up to 3 here, I am simply just going to...
Okay,
with
yeah.
CRX.
Yeah, you just go for it. You said this is number 3?
Wisdom.
Wisdom save, absolutely. It's a 14.
And then my actual hit is... So that's 12 plus 12. That's 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, absolutely hit. Go ahead
And
and
then it did not make the 18 on walls.
Yep, so it's affected by walls, and go ahead and give me the damage.
Which is 2d10.
Yep. 2d10 plus power.
Yep. 6, 8, that's going to be 26 damage. Stand bludgeoning.
26 stand bludgeoning. Crumples.
Oh.
That tracks.
In that case, I'm not going to worry about walls.
Yep, okay. Sounds good.
Now I'm going to move up to 1. Smack him.
Go ahead.
Well, it might hit still.
It might.
What's your roll?
30-20.
That hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
This isn't fighting a boss level.
Higher.
Either.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, unless you crit fail, you're going to... Oh,
Yeah.
I see, for damage, yeah.
And the last one's a critical hit.
I think he's fucking
Which
dead.
one do you just obliterate?
Number 2.
Yeah, you like throw him into the ceiling and then just bisect him when he comes back down.
Okay, and then, because only CRX got close enough to hit 2, I'm just gonna back off away from their, range.
Okay, and so you have essentially what's a small crowd of folk heading your way.
Do
from
they
that
react
direction.
when they see their other versions of themselves getting fucking
It
obliterated?
seems like the more noise that is made within the combat, the more of these inhabitants it will attract.
Okay. Well, good thing I didn't explode anything.
No, they haven't blown anything up yet. No, it's just a regular combat sound.
That's my turn.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. The inhabitants are going to move up to you and attack.
Roll Arcana on the inhabitants' behavior.
On the inhabitants being what?
On their behavior.
Go ahead. I will say actually on that, give me an insight check and I'll give you advantage on that.
Insight with advantage? Happily. Natural 20.
Wow! You are critting out the ass
this
here.
is making up for the last fucking
Holy
session.
shit!
Something you have figured out over the course of a couple weeks of living here within Heartbreak Hotel is you have realized that the inhabitants don't speak the same language that you do.
That makes a lot of sense.
And
I
so-
honestly probably should have pieced that together. at
You're
this
not
point.
able to properly verbally communicate with them. However, they appear to just go about regular daily lives in the hotel. They are angry if provoked.
They do seem to be sentient.
Scared if a weapon is drawn on them.
Yeah, generally frightened if a weapon is drawn.
Damian's a fucking menace in this peaceful neighborhood of a place.
Yeah, they even have like television programs and stuff, but it's all in black and white, and they're all silent. At least to you.
It's a good thing Daddy
Yeah.
Drake gave me so much gunchuck ammo.
Well, sorry. What specifically was their change in behavior? Was what I was trying to find.
They have gone from essentially. They have gone from like sentient, capable beings to feral animals.
Okay, that's hot.
They are filled with just anger for you.
Okay.
Just for whatever reason, they want to dismember you as soon as they can.
Honestly, I can't even blame them, to be honest.
I'm pretty.
Nikki's a menace.
I'm pretty dismemberable, if I'm being real.
So I rolled the hits, and one of them crit on you, and the other one didn't roll super great. So I'm just going to give you the total damage. That is going to be 37 bludgeoning.
Okay. I don't have any DR currently because I use that on my opportunity attacks.
Okay, yeah.
65 HP remaining. I'll be fine.
Okay. And you notice more inhabitants coming in. They won't be able to get you this turn, but next turn they will start to become an issue from the back.
Okay. Cool, because this turn I was going to do something.
I will say, these inhabitants all appear to be, like, decently powerful humans.
I felt.
Like, they have a bit in the way of stats, and they hit pretty hard, but in terms of, like, physical capability, they don't actually have much.
Okay.
They hit hard, but other than that.
So.
And that's a piece of information.
Are
I'll
they,
give you.
like, visibly muscular, or...
They just appear to be normally proportioned people. They just move with a bit more purpose and, like, physicality.
I mean, we've not fought a lot of civilians, but they seem to be at least stronger than the Travaga police that Damian fucking
That's not
bombed.
saying much.
It
but,
really
like,
isn't.
Yeah.
And again, because they are all part of the stand.
Yeah.
So...
Are they like hive-type substands, or is it just part of its ability?
This is all part of Heartbreak Hotel.
That makes sense.
Nicky. That is your turn again.
This is
Top
so
initiative.
interesting.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
This- I don't know if we've seen
I
an
brought
ability
the-
this, like, complex
I brought the
before.
fucking magazines.
Like, one ability.
So I'm going to unload one bullet.
Okay.
I'm going to
What are you aiming
sprint
at?
down the hallway through the not sprint down. I'm going to stand leap across the shampoo and conditioner.
Okay, they'll both get opportunity attacks.
I am fine with that.
Okay.
Oh no.
Both of
They
them
won't
whiff.
hit.
So you're good.
Okay. And then on my way over, I'm going to toss a bullet and have CRX shoot the vodka.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me the attack roll on that.
Oh, fucking easy. That's plus my precision plus proficiency because it's improvised.
Mm-hmm. I assume. I do want to ask. I assume the reason you put up the shampoo and the conditioner is because it's flammable.
No, because it's slippery.
Yeah, I was
I see.
thinking
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like shampoo and conditioner is not flammable.
I don't know. What the AC of a vodka bottle is, but something tells me I think you're gonna hit it.
Is it above a 32?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, you're able to easily hit it, and you just see flame erupts.
So, I was essentially just trying to make a wall of flame for the people back there.
Right. Okay.
And then as I'm passing her, I am going to try to wall up her. With
Go ahead.
CRX.
The stand. Go ahead.
Hey, have you been traveling in a straight line?
Yeah.
Attack.
Does a 30-20 hit?
30-20. Yeah, it's sorry. This is the stand actually separated by itself, so no, it doesn't quite.
Oh, I was. Where is she at?
Sorry. So the stand is peeking out from inside the complex.
She's in the complex.
You see her inside the complex, standing within the flowers, around 15 meters away.
Okay, so I missed the stand. That's fine. I pull out.
No.
I pull out one of my spin balls.
Mhm.
I'm going to just throw it at her.
Go ahead. Yeah,
My
absolutely.
steel one.
Go ahead. Yeah, give me an attack roll. I'm gonna check the range on that because I don't.
Do you have disadvantage
And
on
it's
that?
2040.
2040. No, it's within. She's within 20 meters.
But because you have someone like encroaching on you within melee range.
No.
No, you've.
The bros were stuck on the fire.
I would take
No, wait.
I would take a melee opportunity attack from the stand itself.
Not because
Oh,
of
okay.
that. Oh, you're like leaving its range.
I will gladly.
Okay, so speaking of, that is what the stand is going to do. Go ahead and give me.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to spin. Instead, I'm going to attack the floor and just bring up a shield. To,
Okay.
like, have my
That's a
stand.
good idea.
You can't break away Heartbreak Hotel that easily.
Yeah, that's right. I am going to use Hardened Flesh on myself.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm going to attack again because I can Hard Flesh it there.
Sounds good. And I will say that you. Yeah, you're using the spin, so you're fine. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to Bailey attack the stand.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, that's technically better, I guess.
26.
Not quite.
Damn.
And then
You can tell it's not on the same level as like Cult Leader. Like this is something that you could reasonably hit if you rolled okay,
Well,
even by itself.
don't worry. Every power type in the party will roll in that 20.
And pass my
Roll
turn.
later.
That's fair. So it is her turn. I have good news and bad news for you. The bad news is that because the vodka is from outside of Heartbreak Hotel, it doesn't affect the inhabitants.
Okay.
Or the fire doesn't affect the
I was
inhabitants.
just kind of hoping that me being outraged would spook them eventually.
I will say it does spook them and it keeps them away for a little bit, but once they realize that it cannot hurt them, they start moving through it. So it buys you some time. And they're like slowly kind of moving towards you, and you still have kind of this whole complex area.
The good news?
The good news is the stand itself starts freaking the fuck out that you're in melee range and you're making attacks.
It wasn't really prepared for that.
Yeah, and so the stand is just going to reach over, or it's going to grab a petal from its dress and like attempt to plunge it into you. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. You can use durability for this as well.
Guess who has proficiency in those now?
Oh baby.
Guess who's gonna roll a natural one now?
Oh no.
Why would you say it?
Because
Okay.
it wasn't true.
Because you are / lied.
Let's see, that's 18.
18, you say. Unfortunately, does not pass the DC.
That does not shock me.
Oh no.
Ooh. It's
High
hard to
levels
have a
of
stand
stand
AC that high, so your stand DC would
If it's a stand based
Ah,
on
that's
DC,
nice.
I can almost.
Sorry.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
No, doesn't it sound like a lot? Maybe it's a loud die.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
You take 45 necrotic damage as
I would
you
like to
heal,
use my reaction
to
to give myself some temporary hit points.
That sounds good. You are able to do so.
my
And the
time-
temporary hit points can absorb that.
Yes.
Or some of that as well.
okay. Good.
Basically, what ends up happening and I will describe this because like the interaction between this is really cool. Basically, what you're able to do, or this stand like reaches and the petal hits your flesh, and as it does, your body begins to attack itself.
Oh god.
Like physically, the cells in that area begin to attempt to cause damage to the rest of your body, and you're able to kind of shrug most of it off, and you're able to mitigate the damage by throwing essentially a ball into the affected area and dehydrating it, making it so that the cells are unable to function for a short time until
That's-
it's fixed.
Cool.
So there you go.
Cancer stand.
Me like spin.
5 times your spin dice.
Right.
So that is 10 hit points I got.
And then it is going to use its bonus action to disengage and to go back to its user.
How much damage?
45 total.
45, so I took 35 damage.
Mhm.
I literally cannot take any more of that.
It went back to its user. What an unfortunate decision for the user.
You're not looking so good, friend. You see she's kind of unsteady on her feet as she's saying this.
Okay. So
I am going to move up to. I'm going to move up to her.
Okay.
I'm going to grapple her.
Okay, she freaks the fuck out. Hold on, how are you able to move? Because the stand is about... No, it's right, 15 meters. Yeah, you have the movement. Go ahead.
I'm going to grapple her with my mastery in athletics.
Okay, and her stand is here to protect her, so she will be able to contest using her stand.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for her. Oh, that's a plus 30, by the way. 43.
Yeah, that beats 28. Absolutely, yeah. You just you just grab her by the neck. You do like the Spider-Man choke slam.
Jesus, you look a little uneasy there.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so that was. Is that an attack?
Yes, grappling is one attack.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash out to the hallway.
Okay, because you have veteran furnace, that's good.
And then I am going to slide her into the fire.
Oh no.
You're not from within Heartbreak Hotel.
Go to vodka. Slip and slide her on the shampoo.
Which arm do you grab her with? Is it the left or the right arm?
I grabbed her by her neck.
Which arm did you grab?
Which of
her?
your
with
arms?
the whip?
Yeah. The left
right.
one was okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
For context, for those of you at home, Ty used the wrong arm when saying
My right arm.
I lied.
So 39.
Yeah. You are easily able to.
You look like an improviser.
She slip and slides, and you actually see the inhabitants kind of walking through the fire. She runs into them, and with the force that you basically bowling slid her.
Nice throw.
Mickey
Wait,
with the
did she get
person.
stopped by them in the fire?
Yes, actually, she hits them and stops, and
Nice.
she's gonna take some damage from that.
You are on fire.
Congratulations.
Hey, guess what? Saving throws aren't easy to defend against as a stand user.
You can't. I mean, she can't make a save against this. She was just thrown into
You
it.
were into it, yeah.
She was thrown into it. There's not really much she could do here other than just take the damage.
Shouldn't have failed
And
that
she
grapple check.
is. I mean, she was freaking out a bit before. Now she's freaking the fuck out.
Stand user trying to swim in lava.
You are on fire.
Hot fire. So yeah, there is that.
Okay, fire.
How far away it was the trail that I had? The shampoo conditioner trail.
I'll say it went about 5 meters back. But I'll say it was enough shampoo and conditioner that it was able to slide her the whole.
So I have one more attack.
Yeah! Nicky reaches for the holster, pulling out the.
This is a bomb.
Give me. Okay,
Give
that's
me a dexterity saving.
One of my new favorite Nicky quotes. This is
She
a
has
bomb.
disadvantage because she's on the ground.
What?
I rolled a nat 20. However, because she has disadvantage, she rolled a crit fail. So go ahead and give me 16d6 damage.
Holy shit.
I've done the math.
Gotcha life is
57 thunder damage.
Okay, yeah, she fucking takes it. So,
Holy shit.
okay, let me describe what happens to this woman in one fluid motion. So, Nicky, you grab this woman, you
None of
run
those.
over the.
Wait,
This one's mine.
that one. Sorry, my bad.
You grab this woman, you run over to the edge, you throw her through this essentially slip and slide, shampoo and conditioner. She slides, hits some inhabitants of Heartbreak Hotel with some force, takes damage from the vodka fire, and then Nicky pulls out a spear. This is a bomb and chucks it, and she is unable to do anything as part of her leg is just ripped off by the force. And
what happens when you throw a bomb at a stand user.
you see she's freaking the fuck out, and she will take additional damage
And
from the
she's
flame.
still on fire.
Actually, I'll say that from the force of the explosion, that probably would have scattered the fire. However, that is a fuck ton of damage still.
I don't want to kill you. We can stop this now. I love your flowers, by the way.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time on them. How did you do a turn that was, I think, the real-life equivalent of a How to Basic video?
You just need 5 dozen eggs, the way we did that this morning.
It's bomb, explosion, fire.
Your Honor, she gave me prep time.
That's all I needed.
I gotta stretch. Nicky's the kind of guy to reply to like a Twitter thread with like a picture of Godzilla, what you gonna do, and he's the kind of guy to reply, intervene. If I have prep time.
With enough prep time.
With enough prep time and shampoo and conditioner, her hair is gonna be great. What's left of her hair is gonna be great. By the way,
I think you might have detonated it.
You see, she's actually at the fire. She's like, okay, fine, I'm going. And she reaches up and grabs what appears to be kind of this invisible silver thread and pulls down, and you hear just this kind of squelching noise, and then she's gone.
see, it's just that easy. Done. Encounter over.
Master negotiator Nicholas Bones.
We're like an hour 45 minutes, so if we're gonna switch perspectives, we should end the episode.
We absolutely should. Thank you, Kyler.
Alright, huzzah! Combat!
In the next
Really?
video,
This is a bomb!
This is a bomb!
I no longer have.
You know what to name the
I have 3 more grenades.
Alright, sayonara.
Bye-bye.